First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Pitts is the man in motion. Penix gonna throw right away. To the right, that's Pitts. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the handoff, it's Robinson. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. He's got this to Bijan Robinson.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. To throw is Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll set up the screen to White.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And it's 4th down, so here comes Riley Dixon to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Here's Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 2nd down, Penix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That's caught. Ray McLeod. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Well, it goes without saying. You play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Buccaneers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They had a disappointing quick 3-and-out on that opening drive. So they'll try it again here in a scoreless game with 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here comes Otton in motion. On play. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's scooped up by the Falcons. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball on this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here comes Otten in motion. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. On the ground, they'll go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
On third down, it's Irving. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got enough. They convert on third down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Nick, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They go play action with Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
This is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. The veteran Leonard Floyd, they're on the tackle. They need 8 as they come up for third down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. That's a gain of 14 and a first down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going up top for Evans.
Well, not exactly breaking news. That speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Here comes Otten in motion. On second down, a run with Irving. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Now, Mayfield trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. We'll go play action now with Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And that will lead to a second down. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Another run here for Robinson. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Levante David doing his work on defense. Second and 7. On play action, Penix. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
That's caught left side by Pitts. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Throwing is Penix. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On play action, he'll set him, and he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm, and now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
A give, and this is Irving, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Right back to Irving.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple of guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball, as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. Off the play fake. Here's the lefty Penix. This throw pulled in by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Play action. It's Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
He is in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Here's Coop for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons move out on top, 14-0. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it away.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Godwin working the right side. 11 yards on the pass there. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
They didn't fool anyone. Tried the speed, but did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A tough spot here. Third and long. To throw is Mayfield. That to the sideline and intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. London brought in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Now Penix to throw on second down. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And third down coming up.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And on third down, that ball incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Bucs offense getting set to get back to work, and they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run with Irving. Finding room at the 35. And he'll be taken down.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
On the ground, it's Irving. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Hayden Ellis in on that. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go again here with Irving. And he's going to have a Buccaneers 1st down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Caden Ellis. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pitts is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On 2nd down, Penix. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. Crazy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Open man, right side, he's got it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. To throw again, it's Penix. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? Throwing again, it's Penix. Taking off, and he will score. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Johnson now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On play action, Mayfield. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On first down is Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he will score. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers get back in it. It is 21-7. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense about ready to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. The Falcons offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Penix. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. It is 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Open man left side. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going in.
No chance at all. He'll go down. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense going to take over just before the half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. To throw is Mayfield. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds. 000 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. They go play action with Mayfield. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
To the left side, to Godwin. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here comes Otten in motion. Second down throw for Mayfield. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. With the middle of the field, he's got Evans. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a first down.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
Right back to Evans. He's got it again. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. They'll go play action now with Penix. He'll get this out to the left flat. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Penix on 3rd down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Irving, and he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They send Evans in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. Throw left side, pulled in by Evans. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Now Penix taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 3rd down, Penix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Buccaneers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st down, here's Irving.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll run it. It's Irving. Irving's got a 1st down, still going. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Man in motion, heading left. On 1st down is Mayfield. It's complete to Evans. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Throwing is Baker. It is brought in the end zone. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Greg, I love the precision on that play. Very little time, very confined space, and they come through with the touchdown.
And it's the accuracy of the throw, Mike, that protects his receiver. Everything down here near the goal line is so condensed. You understand you're going to be thrown into tight windows, but when you trust your quarterback to protect you with the ball placement, it gives you a lot more confidence going across the middle of the field, and in this case, pays off for a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Agnew on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. This one tight throughout, all level at 21, as they'll search for a go-ahead score. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Mooney in motion. Quick throw, taken in, and good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
That one is caught by Mooney. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, Penix. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. That's Hassan Reddick getting in there to bring him down.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
On 2nd down, Penix. Left side in the hands of London. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. 1st down as they do it on the ground. From the gun, it's Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll get this to Pitts once more. And he's trying to power forward, but no dice. They're going to stop him behind the line.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over once again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They send Evans in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. There's Evans. He's got it. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw is Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here comes Otten in motion. Baker going to give it to Irving. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Baker going to hand it to White. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. You know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
He'll fight forward for a short pickup to the 16. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish.
A dive, and he's in! Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Throwing now, Penix on first down. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Oh, he pumps up the football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. On 2nd down, a run with Irvin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. It is 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. open man is Mooney. He's got it. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Atlanta.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Penix going to throw again. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
He keeps it himself. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way. Every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So a win here for the visiting Bucs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.